Did you know that Ward is a triggered ability? And you might want to pay attention to that since the new card, Serpent Society, has a ward cost of gain 5 poison counters. You see, Ward says that whenever this permanent becomes a target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, counter it, unless they pay the ward cost. So this means if you have Serpent Society on the field and a roaming throne, and you've named snakes for the creature type, and someone targets the Serpent Society, Ward will trigger twice. This means that they're going to have to pay the ward cost for each trigger before their spell can fully resolve. This of course means that they would have to gain 10 poison counters in order for their spell not to be countered, which would mean they would lose the game. There are a few ways to get around Ward without having to pay the cost. Spells like Long Goodbye and Slice from the Shadows specifically say that they cannot be countered. Ward wants to counter a spell unless you pay the cost. So if a spell can't be countered, then it can't be countered by Ward. You could also have something on the field like Hexing Squelcher. That way all of your spells can't be countered. Then you could just play any removal spell, it can't be countered, and you wouldn't have to pay the ward cost. Another way to get around Ward is with stifle effects. Something like a Consign to Memory would allow you to counter the triggered ability. Did you already know this about Ward? Would it have changed any of your recent games? Let me know.